Test 1 2. Test 1 2. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Preston Sports Podcast. We're here for Fix 'em Up Friday. You know what it is. We got the Miami Dolphins here today. I was really looking forward to doing them. This is the last pre-recorded episode of the Preston Sports Podcast that you'll hear. I should be back on Monday with brand new, fresh content for you guys. Hopefully something massive has happened this week. Comment down below what your favorite thing that's happened this week, and comment down below if you think nothing has happened this week, if you're bored. Because, this is kind of a boring time in the sports world, especially the football world. Just a quick little update where I'm from. LeBron is out of the playoffs. Sucks for him. Mavs are up 3-2 in their series. Prayers up for LeBron's eye. I know it's kind of difficult to get poked in the eye. I know it takes about 90 seconds to get up because you got poked in the eye and your eye really hurts. So, I bet Michael Jordan never took 90 seconds to get up from a poked eye. But I'm not a basketball expert. I'm here to talk about football. I just love dunking on LeBron because I'm not a fan of LeBron. He's kind of a interesting person who thinks he's a lot smarter than he is. Anyways, Miami Dolphins. Surprising football team this past season. After being in the tank for Tua race earlier in the 2019 season, which became the blow it for Burrow race, and then Ryan Fitzpatrick heroically saved them from the tank for Tua, but they still ended up getting Tua, which was amazing. They really surprised. I think they went 10-6. They played really good football, especially their defense and their special teams. They have one of the best cornerbacks in the league in Xavier Howard. Let's just actually go through their starting lineup real quick. I'm hopeful that they have a really good season again this year. I'm a big fan of Underdog. That's why I became a Browns fan. So we're looking at Tua Tagovailoa as the quarterback. I think that Tua will be the guy. I think they just need to let him develop. They kept taking him out of big situations last year, which they're like, yeah, we want to win games. It's a playoff season. But at the same time, you don't want to stunt your quarterback's development like that. It's just not the best thing. Running back, they're incredibly weak. Myles Gaskin is their starter, followed up by Malcolm Brown and Salvin Ahmed. Not a great running back trio. Hopefully they'll target that in the next draft. Excuse me. Wide receiver, one of their stronger positions. They have Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, Preston Williams, Lynn Bolin Jr., and Jakeem Grant Sr. as their first six. They also have Albert Wilson. You go to their tight end, Mike Gesicki, and then they also have Jerome Smythe behind him, but I think Mike Gesicki is one of the better young ends in football right now. Young tight ends, I should say. Like what he's doing, fun watching him play. Their offensive line, it's nothing great. Austin Jackson, Solomon Kindley, Matt Skura, Robert Hunt, and Jesse Davis. They drafted Liam Eichenberg. They have DJ Fluker on their roster too. I'm hopeful Liam Eichenberg turns out to be good. They go to their defense. They do run a 3-4. So their end, Christian Wilkins, nose tackle, Raquan Davis. Their other defensive end is Zach Seiler, yeah. So their two edge rushers are going to be Emmanuel Ogbah and Jalen Phillips. You go to their inside linebackers, Bernardrick McKinney and Jerome Baker. Their corners are great with Xavier Howard and Byron Jones. Then you go down, there is Noah Igbenogany. That's his name, Igbenogany. Jason McCourty, Jamal Perry, Justin Coleman, Terrell Bonds, and Nick Needham. And then their safeties are good. Eric Rowe, Javon Holland is the rookie. They have Jason Sanders, one of the better kickers in the league. And their punter is Michael Palandri, something like that. Pretty good roster, especially their defense. You would like to see their interior, probably their right end. Raquan Davis is serviceable. Christian Wilkins is good. You want to see Zach Seiler upgraded. But other than that, maybe Emmanuel Ogbah upgraded as well. I know he's pretty young. He can still develop. Corners, awesome. Safeties, high potential. And so let's see what I would do with this roster. So some key free agents they have coming up: Mike Gesicki, Jerome Baker, Preston Williams, Jason Sanders, and I think Matt Skura is a pretty important guy to re-sign. Mike Gesicki, Jerome Baker. Oh, and Jason Sanders, I don't know if I already said him. But Mike Gesicki and Jerome Baker are two big parts of this Dolphins team going forward. Jerome Baker is probably going to be that anchor in the defense. Probably that signal caller that they need, the guy who wears the green dot. And Mike Gesicki is going to be the guy with reliable hands going forward. So you're going to want to re-sign both of those. Preston Williams is a good role player on that offense. Really good, kind of like their Jarvis Landry replacement, guy who moves the chains. And then, Matt Skura is just a serviceable center. Not the best in the league, but he can play ball really well. And then Jason Sanders, one of the better kickers in the league. Obviously, you find a top 5 kicker, and you just want to keep him around. Let me take a look. Any other free agents coming up? Let's go back, actually. I should have multiple tabs for this open, but I don't. So, free agents coming up. Emmanuel Ogbah will be a free agent. Oh, and I was wrong. I was thinking of Samson and Bucom. Will Fuller will be a free agent, probably not going to get re-signed. Albert Wilson will be a free agent, probably not going to get re-signed. Justin Coleman probably won't get re-signed. Actually, how old? Yeah, he's 29. He probably won't get re-signed. Matt Skura, I would like to see get re-signed. And of course, there's going to be like the kind of, like the 5th, 6th string guys playing special teams that I won't talk about, but will get re-signed. Jerome Baker probably will get re-signed. Nick Needham will honestly probably get re-signed too. Durham Smythe might get re-signed. Preston Williams, you would like to see get re-signed, but there's only so much you can do. How much cap space do they have? I know they had a good amount going into last off season. What is their total cap? Will it tell me at the bottom? One thing that I like about the Dolphins, how they're set up for the future, is so they have Byron Jones and Xavier Howard and Devontae Parker, all $10 million plus. Will Fuller's $10 million plus, but it's a 1-year deal, so it doesn't really count towards salary cap after this year. Then everyone else, they're sub 10. So you see 2 7s, 2 6s, 2 5s, a couple 4s, a couple 3s, a couple 2s, or a good amount of 2s, probably about a dozen 2s. And then, what's that, like 8 or 9 1s, and then everyone else is sub $1 million. So they should have a good amount of cap space, especially, and even though they'll sign Mike Gesicki, Jerome Baker, Preston Williams, Matt Skura, and Jason Sanders in this scenario, they should still have a really good amount of cap space. And say they want to make more, some people they can cut for cap. Jakeem Grant Sr. will go to, let me look up here what Jakeem Grant Sr. is making right now. I did look at it, and I should already know, but I don't, because I forgot. Byron Jones, David Hunt, Devontae Parker, Will Fuller, Emmanuel Ogbah, Bernard Jakeem Grant. His contract is for $3.6 million a year. He really only does kick in this situation where, say, they have Jalen Waddle, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams. Jakeem Grant is not necessary in that offense. You can get, you don't want your 4th string wide receiver making $3.6 million, especially when he only really serves as your return guy. You think of Cordell Patterson. He doesn't make top of the league money. He doesn't necessarily stay on one team for super long because they only sign him to one multi-year contract and then let him go because, he's a kick returner. He doesn't do much other than that. So you'll probably you could let Jakeem Grant Sr. go. Eric Rowe is another guy. Making $3.5 million a year. If they were to cut him, they would only get a dead cap hit of $1 million. And for what's his name, Jakeem Grant, it would only be 1.8. So they could cut them both and only get about just under $3 million in dead cap space, rather than paying almost, let's see, 3.6 plus 3.5 is just over 7. So they could pay 3 instead of 7, save up that $4 million in cap space. And granted, $4 million in cap space is not that much, but you look at the Chiefs, we've seen the Chiefs do a lot more with a lot less cap space. So those are really all the potential cut candidates. I mean, you could always find someone. I mean, like, you don't really want to cut Devontae Parker because his dead cap is 15. Don't want to cut Will Fuller. Oh, so Will Fuller, goodness gracious. So Will Fuller, his base salary, and I get they did this to save cap space. I don't know exactly how that works. So the salary cap in the NFL has the most rules and the least rules. There's so many rules to the salary cap that the rules don't exist. So like, Will Fuller signed the exact number is $10,566,676. $900,301 million, or oh my gosh, 931,765 is base salary. Signing bonus is $9,635,011. So I believe that lessens the cap hit. I think, if I'm not mistaken. The entire contract seems guaranteed, because if they were to cut him, the dead cap would be the same as the cap hit. The NFL cap, and they're doing all these things with void years now. Like, I think the Browns did it with John Johnson and Troy Hill's deal, and the Bucs did it with Tom Brady, where Tom Brady's technically extended through like 2026 or 2025 or something ridiculous like that. But he only has like 1 year extended on his real deal. So he plays for this year and next year, and then they can pick up those void years, but like it lowers the cap hit for the next 2 years. I don't understand how it works. The NFL cap just like doesn't even exist somehow. But anyways, so they're potential cut candidates. You go to possible free agent signings. How I figured this was I just loaded up a Madden franchise and simulated to where free agents could possibly be. There wasn't anyone too crazy. Right now, there was one guy who I don't think will be a free agent, Christian Kirk from the Arizona Cardinals, a slot wide receiver, real speedy guy. I think he kind of complete, especially if they're going to cut Jakeem Grant. You could use that to a wide receiver and then actually get a real dangerous 4. You got, I think they, like I said, I think they needed to improve their interior defensive line. So I got Bilal Nichols, solid defensive tackle, and I do think they should go after an edge rusher, whether that's in the draft or free agency, to kind of replace Samson Ebukam. Oh my goodness, I always get Samson or Samuel Samson, I forget who it is. Ebukam, and then I am going all over the place right now. I apologize. Ebukam. And then what? Oh, it's being weird. Emmanuel Ogbah and Samuel Ebukam. I always get them confused. But Bilal Nichols, draft an edge to replace Ebukam. Oh wait, who's on the team? Ogbah. Ogbah's on the team, right? Yeah, Ogbah's on the team. Draft an edge to replace Emmanuel Ogbah. One person that should fit in with the draft pick that they have, which is the way the past 2 episodes I did the playoff predictions, and the website I used, Playoff Predictors, they have this feature where you can look at the draft order based off the season you had. So this situation has, they have the 20th and the 14th pick, because they do have San Francisco's pick from that trade up to number 3 San Francisco did. So someone in 100% in the range is Adam Anderson, and NFL Draft from Fan Nation wrote this about him. The Dolphins added Jalen Phillips in the 2021 draft and have a good pass rush group, but Anderson would take them to another level. His get-off is phenomenal. Anderson is the best pure pass rusher returning to college football. With that being said, he is sub 230 and isn't a great run defender. If he can put on weight, he won't make it to 18. A couple good words. Obviously, any college player you take is not going to be perfect. It's very rare that you find the Peyton Manning of the draft. But even then, Peyton Manning's rookie year was not phenomenal. So obviously, you can't have a great pass defender and a great run defender, especially coming out of college. But that's something you can develop into them, and I think Brian Flores has the coaching staff to do it. Anyways, I got distracted. Other free agents they could sign, I said Christian Kirk, Bilal Nichols. Foy Saad Aluakon was a free agent in this simulation. I think Foy Saad would be a really good interior linebacker, and that would also open up the possibility to trade or cut Benardrick McKinney, who I don't think he takes up that much cap space, but actually he gets paid about $7 million a year. So if they're stressed for cap space, it could be a solid signing. And then Terrell Edmunds, especially if they end up cutting or trading Eric Rowe, need a strong safety replacement. Terrell Edmunds, I think, was only 25 years old after the 2022 season. Excuse me. So I think that would be a solid signing for them. Let's finish this up real quick. So I have the possible lineup looking like on their offense. Across their offensive line, I have it a rookie at left tackle, a rookie at left guard, Matt Skura. I think they try to transfer Austin Jackson to the right guard position, and then they're going to have Liam Eichenberg at the right tackle. Wide receiver core, I'm not going to go into as much depth as I did with the Browns because I know the Browns roster really well. I don't know the Dolphins that well, so I'm just going to do starters. Their starters will be Jalen Waddle, Christian Kirk, and Preston Williams, and then they'll also have Mike Gesicki at the tight end, a rookie running back, and then Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback. I have their defense looking like Bilal Nichols and Christian Wilkins on the interior rush. Wilkins, I think, would play nose tackle in that situation. And then we have, Adam Anderson? Yes, Adam Anderson and Jalen Phillips off the edge. We have Xavier Howard, Byron Jones, a rookie third, and Noah Igbenogany at the cornerback positions, and at your starting safeties, Javon Holland, free safety, Terrell Edmunds, strong safety. Can't go into as much depth as I did with the Browns. Hopefully one day I'll be able to, because that would just be awesome. But I think that is going to be it for that Fix 'em Up Friday. Sorry, I did a bunch of recording today, so my throat is starting to get a little sore, so I kind of got to wrap it up. I think this was a productive day. I got 3 podcasts done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, punch the notification bell. Let me know if anything big in sports happens today or over the past week. Super excited. We'll be back on Monday. Hopefully I'll be talking about a bunch of fun sports stuff that happened. If any of these episodes go up late, it's not my fault. It's my brother's fault. Didn't upload them. I will talk to you guys on Monday. Peace out. Have a nice weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday.